Oh, so here we go. Alright, so I guess I'll show you what's up. So this is my little army right here. Got a bunch of halberds here to protect my flanks on both sides. Got a couple units of trebuchets already smashing. Got a damsel here, so she's a wizard. Riding a fucking unicorn, check that shit out. I got a bunch of archers up here, and a bunch of horrible men-at-arms units for the front line. Bretonnia is really bad at infantry units generally. They got a couple good ones, but they're very expensive, and you can only get them late game. But that is because we have this sick-ass cavalry. So I got a bunch of these guys. These are questing knights. These are like a melee cavalry with swords and shit, so they run in and pretty much fuck up any like infantry units. I got these guys here. Slow shit down for a second. These are some Pegasus Knights. They fly around, charge people basically like shock cavalry, which is these guys. These are some shock cavalry here. Basically, they come in with lances. You just basically charge into the units over and over again and just kind of smash them and break their morale. But they're terrible in like melee combat. They just get torn up, so you gotta be very careful. Alright, so here we go. This is what they're bringing. They got a bunch of orc boar boys here, riding some fucking boars. Check that shit out. Bunch of fucking crazy orcs. They are charging straight into a cavalry unit they don't know is here right now because we're hidden in the trees, much like some of these guys here. So they just got tons. They got more boar boys here. They got tons of orc boys all along here. That's their front line. They got some archers over here, some error boys. Check that out. What do we got over here? Alright, here's their general riding a fucking pig. Look at that guy, he's pretty sweet. Zugrak Gobspit, so that's a thing. Alright, over here we have some black orcs. This is one of the best infantry units in the game, so I'm pretty freaked out about having that, which is why I'm smashing them with my goddamn trebuchets right now. The second I saw those things, I just was like, alright, everything. Target these guys. So like we'll see a couple trebuchet rocks coming here, and we got a couple more boar boys over there charging straight towards my questing knights. So check this out. Wham! Fuck you guys. Get the hell out of here. So basically, the trebuchets are very strong. That guy just got exploded. Holy shit. Trebuchets are very strong artillery units, so essentially I just need to weaken all of their units before they even get to mine. Oh, I almost charged in, right there I did a little tricky move. I almost charged my Pegasus Knights in, so I stopped them, so their units were getting ready for the charge, and then I started attacking them from the sides here with some of my shock cavalry. So now, see how I have to pull them away immediately, basically, and then I'll start ramming them back in, straight back into the orc boar boys here. Just over and over again. They have a really high charge bonus, so as long as you're continuously smashing into them, you'll rack up a lot of kills. So here I'm also just targeting a ton of spells on these black orcs. They're already wavering here, which means their morale's about to break, because I've pretty much just been hammering them with these spells, these trebuchet things. Like, they're just getting smashed before they even make it to the battle, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. So yeah, I'm just laying down all kinds of spells on these guys right now, trying to weaken them. Their leader just went Leroy Jenkins in here and just smashed straight into a bunch of my infantry, which is actually going to cause a huge problem. So I had to bring my Leon Kerr. He's my general right here. I had to bring him in on his Pegasus to try to help shit out, because this guy's just, also my damsels here, he's just wrecking my shit, and we're about to take a huge charge in all their infantry right here. See some of that shit. Look at that. So I'm just trying to hammer these guys with arrows and everything I can do to try to kill some of them before they even get to the battle. Look at that guy. He's just jumping in like a beast. but their infantry is much stronger than mine, so it definitely will cause some problems. Look at these guys. These guys are already taking some serious... That guy's got 2 arrows in him. Look at that guy. Still fighting like a champ. So over here, we've just been smashing their cavalry. Like, there's one unit broken already. They're about to start running away. And then this other unit's about to just get destroyed right here. So we're running them down. A lot of their cavalry is already dead here. And then I brought in some, my questing knights finally came in to finish off these black orcs who were about to start coming back into the battle. So these questing knights are very good at killing infantry. So they're coming in and just absolutely smashing these black orcs. And then now we went right through them and just went straight for these arrow boys right here that were hiding behind them, just trying to pepper us. So we pretty much, I'm trying to stop their archers from firing on us at all because my infantry is already weak enough. So I got my cavalry back here just running down their archers, making sure they can't shoot at us, while I have all my archers starting to shoot back at them. I'm just trying to break these units so I don't have to worry about it, because unfortunately there's a whole nother army that just came in that's about to start coming. So I have to get my shit together and get ready for the hell that's about to break loose. Luckily things are looking pretty decent with this first army. We're just destroyed most of their cavalry over here. I'm cleaning up all their archers and stuff. So really the problem is just this infantry. So I'm trying to envelop them here with some halberds, try to attack them from behind, flank them a little bit, and shake some of their morale. Over here, their frickin' general's just still absolutely smashing everyone. My damsel's doing everything she can, but she's nothing. But here come the questing knights, smashing into him. We're trying to break their... I gotta break that guy before this next army comes. So over here too, we got these Pegasuses flying in, finishing off some of the last troops here. We got these guys pretty enveloped here, completely surrounded, so they're pretty screwed. These guys will die. They already just broke the second in slow motion. They broke literally in a second. So alright, we got the second. These guys are kind of rallying, coming back in. We got the second army coming in here. So over here, I'll slow it down one more time. Got a couple broken units that I'm starting to try to bring back in. So here I'm trying to reset my line. I got these guys in place to try to block any sort of cavalry that tries to flank me. I'm trying to put my my trebuchets back in place to start peppering these guys coming in. I got this this flank secured again, but as you can see, most of my front line is pretty much destroyed. My infantry just could not hold up to those orcs. So I'm trying to do what I can to line them back up, and I'm getting ready, getting my flanks back in order, so I can try to do something against this army coming in. Luckily, most of these guys are goblins. We got some arrow boys here, and then we got a ton of goblins. So these guys aren't as scary as those orcs, luckily, so my infantry probably will hold up a little better. Look at these tiny little dudes. Look at them run. I don't like those hats. Alright, so we'll speed things up again. Way over here, we got some sneaky stalkers. There's nasty skulkers. They are a pretty dangerous melee unit, actually, for one of these goblins. So, alright, I got my archers starting to light these guys up here already. Look at them spin like fucking maniacs. Alright, so here's a nice little move I did. I dropped Leon Kerr straight in here on his Pegasus, because he's a pretty small target. He did just take a fucking arrow of my own, but he's a pretty small target here, so it's going to be hard for him to get hit by a lot of these arrows, whereas most of these guys, like, there's so much more surface area of goblin here to take these arrows. So I'm trying to hold them in place and stop their flank from coming in here, and just try to pepper them a little bit before they can do any damage to me. And then over here, I'm just doing a couple spells, shooting some arrows. I completely destroyed this flank immediately with my cavalry. I just didn't want to deal with that at all, especially those nasty skulkers. I didn't want them to get into my foot soldiers at all, so before they even got close to the battle, I just rammed all my cavalry in there. Pretty much went right through them. because they are tiny. And over here, I got another one. Got some more cavalry over here picking apart these guys, sort of. Look at these tiny little fuckers, they're breaking already. Over here, some Pegasus Knights are destroying a whole nother unit before they come in. So I actually did pretty nicely here. I'm slamming them with some artillery. I almost broke their whole army before they even got to me, just with my cavalry. And cavalry, my archers, and my trebuchets. So that was pretty nice. Over here, we're just completely smashing these. Got a couple more boar boys here, and then all these little poor goblins that are just completely getting obliterated. So over here, they're kind of surrounding me, unfortunately. But luckily, I'll have some more troops that can come help them in a second. I got some more troops that are not really doing anything sitting over here. These guys I was thinking about bringing in, but then found out the third army, luckily a pretty small one, was coming in here. A bunch of little goblin spider riders. That is pretty creepy. But they're going to be coming in and trying to wreak havoc on the back of my line. So luckily, I already have my flanks pretty secured over here. So now I'm just trying to set up a little line here to try to protect against these guys coming in. So we'll speed things up again a little bit. So I'm just smashing. I totally smashed a bunch of units here. I'm just pounding them with artillery. Poor little guys. Just getting obliterated. Got a bunch of brave souls about to run back into the battle here. All these guys are totally routing. Things are looking pretty good. I got things controlled. They're gonna keep coming back though. The orcs are pretty good at that. They just keep coming back. They run away and they just come back again and again. Especially these little goblin fuckers. Oh my god, these guys are just getting obliterated by artillery. Boom! Poor little guys. They don't even exist anymore. They're just red mist. Oh god. Oh god, the brutality. Look at this. It's a bloodbath. These rocks are bigger than them. Oh my gosh. I feel almost bad. Well, that's their fault. They're attacking me. Alright, so we'll pass. I got a lot of archers starting to shoot at these Pegasus Knights, so I'm trying to get them the fuck out of there. Over here I got all these little spider riders. But luckily I got my halberds there, and they're perfect for killing cavalry, if you can call these little guys cavalry. They're just kind of getting obliterated. They should definitely not have charged into those guys. Got another little unit over here. Over here, I brought up some of my men-at-arms to come destroy some of these little goblins. Look at these guys. A lot of weird spinning movements from my men-at-arms. They're really getting into this. Jumping and shit too. They're crazy. Crazy guys. Bunch of questing knights over here just running these guys down. I want to see if I can find a cavalry charge. I don't know where my shock cavalry is. Oh, over here. Because you can really see these goblins go flying. It's hilarious. Pretty much obliterated that unit. Here we go. We're getting a little charge going. Oh, these poor little guys. Oh man, look at them go. Oh no! Poor little guys. It's a wave of goblins. Oh my gosh. Oh, the humanity. Oof. Got those things flying. Alright, they have a little more. They're trying to flank. I just finished off those spider riders, but now they're trying to flank my spearmen. But luckily, those spider riders are dead, so I can just turn around and start fighting these little goblins. And got a bunch of cavalry right here, about to charge in a little bit. But it's pretty much done here. They're gonna throw in another little charge with these spider riders. And all my units are just I'm gonna slow them down here. They're gonna turn. Oh my god, some of my guys got obliterated there. Jeez. But now in melee, we'll just be able to tear them up. Got some poor little goblins getting destroyed by archers over here. Poor guys. Let's just take a peek at the fucking carnage of this battle, though. Try to tilt my camera a little bit. So these are the front lines right here. Just so much death. Look at this shit. All the way over here. Over here we had the flank battles, all the cavalry and stuff. Got some spider riders running over the bodies right now, but it goes out all the way over here. A couple skirmishes over here. Look at the bodies just everywhere. This is just insane. I love how they like stay though. It makes it pretty exciting to kind of see where all the battles took place earlier. Look at that shit, that's crazy. So I'm just trying to get these Pegasus Knights away from these archers, but now that they see all the cavalry running or coming in, and they just book it. They don't want any part of this. We're pretty much... Poor little goblins. Yep, that's the end of it. Good game. Close victory. I don't know if you can call it that. I still had almost 1,000 troops left. I only lost about 500. But I killed like... They almost had double the troops I had. I killed like almost all of them. All of them together have less troops than my one army did. Let's see what we did over here. We got Leon Kerr, killed 31 people. He's pretty beast in combat. This one men-at-arms with shields, these guys actually rocked it. The rest were garbage. The archers did pretty well here. The cavalry though, look at this shit. That's crazy. This one unit of questing knights killed 264 people. That's absolutely crazy. The other killed 157. The shock cavalry, one of them hitting 200 as well. That's just absolutely crazy. My Pegasus Knights doing work too, 130. And then the trebuchet is just absolutely obliterating those goblins. Their whole army didn't even make it to the front line. I had to start sending units out to go meet them. That's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's Total War. This game's fucking awesome. But I've been having way too much fun with it. But it's pretty sweet when you can actually get a cool, clean battle going and actually see like keep a front line and see how the battle plays out. But all right, later.